Hi, my name is Piper Kennedy and welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing the AuthorTube Newbie Tag by Jenna Streety. Link to her video is down below. So let's just jump into it. Question number 1 is, how did I find out about AuthorTube? I found out through Google a few years ago when I started really wanting to research writing and getting to know more about how to write and the craft of writing. I was just Googling random questions, anything that I needed to know, and I stumbled across AuthorTube and videos like Jenna Moressi's videos specifically, and that's how I got into watching AuthorTube. Question number 2 is, what genres do I write in? I write in paranormal romance and horror. I like to mix them. I think it's great. Question number 3 is my favorite writing tense, my favorite point of view to write in, and my favorite category. My preferred writing tense is past tense. My preferred point of view is third person for romance and first person for horror. I think for horror, first person makes it scarier, and for romance, third person it makes it easier for the reader to digest and for the reader to be closer. It's a little less awkward than saying, I love you, than saying, character A loves this person. My favorite category is adult all the way. Question number 4 is if I am a plotter, a pantser, or a plantser, and I am in the third category. I'm a plantser. I like to know where the story is going, but I don't like to overplan it. Discovery writing is something that I really enjoy. It really helps me get to know my characters a lot more, and it brings out pieces of the story that I might not have come up with if I just sat and planned it in a week. So I'm a plantser. I basically know where the story is going, but I also leave a lot of wiggle room in the middle. Question number 5 is if I am self-published, traditionally published, or yet to be published. I'm not published yet. And for future publishing plans, I could go both ways. I'm kind of on the track for traditional publishing currently, fingers crossed. But I am not averse to self-publishing, and I've been thinking about self-publishing a few horror stories, so I guess we'll see how that goes. Question number 6 is if I have a dream publishing house or a dream literary agent, and I don't have that kind of goal for myself, and I haven't really gotten to querying, so I don't have a dream agent. I haven't looked up agents. I know basic publishing houses for romance like Harlequin and Avon, like that's the top of the top dream, I suppose, but it's not really a goal I've thought for myself, so it's not something I've researched. It's not something that I'm focusing on yet. Question number 7 is, what AuthorTube videos can you expect from my channel? And I plan on doing a series about my writing journals, essentially. I'm starting a new book from the very beginning very soon. And so I plan to go through issues that I'm having with the book as I'm writing it and kind of troubleshooting it and telling you how I'm fixing these problems where I get stuck or when something isn't working. So hopefully you'll find that interesting and hopefully it'll go well. Question number 8 is, when did I start writing? I guess forever, but the first time that I actually did novel writing was senior year of high school, kind of first year of college. I started writing an actual novel. It's not finished. It will never be finished, but that's kind of when I started doing actual stories and piecing stories together instead of just writing nonsense. Question number 9 is, what was the first story I ever wrote? Back in my senior year of high school. It was, I guess high fantasy would be the best way to describe it, with a set of elemental witches and a war between two huge forces. It was a big story and not plotted very well, so kind of a mess, but I love the characters, and every once in a while I still get inspired for it. I'll still touch it and still write a little bit in it, but it's kind of my white whale to my Ahab. It's not gonna happen. Number 10 is, what authors have inspired me the most? Hands down, Mary Hughes is the number 1 author. She's a romance author. She does paranormal romance, and she's just awesome. Like, I love her books. I love how funny she is. I like that she mixes really steamy romance in with the humor, in with the action, and it blends so smoothly, and that's really inspiring for me. Bianca Dark is somebody that I've also been super inspired by, specifically I believe it's called the Better Off Dead series. I just get hooked every time, no matter how many times I read them. Those books just reel me in, and so that's super inspiring for me. I also like Jim Butcher, Dresden Files, awesome books. Question number 11 is if I schedule my writing sessions or if I just write when I can, and my answer for that is both. So I schedule writing for in the morning when I wake up. I'll either go into my day job early and write at my desk on my laptop for a while, or I'll just write at home, but then I run the risk of falling back asleep. But I schedule my writing time in the morning because that's when I'm most creative. That's when I have kind of the most juices flowing. I haven't encountered anybody in my day yet, so I haven't been affected by anybody else. I can just get into my story and enjoy it. But I also take all of my writing with me. So I take my laptop with me. Whatever story I'm currently writing, I take that notebook with me with all of my handwritten notes in it, just so that if I find that I have time during lunch, I will bring that out and I will write if the mood strikes me then. So both. I schedule it in the morning, but I also leave room to write later and make sure that I'm prepared for that. Question number 12 is if I write on a computer, a typewriter, or if I handwrite my stories. I don't use a typewriter. I think that's awesome if you do. I don't know anybody who does. I do my writing on the computer for the most part because if you're sharing anything, if you're going to turn anything in, it has to be in a document on your computer. In a rich text file, Word document, it has to be through the computer. So I kind of save myself a lot of effort by just starting there. But if I get stuck, I will handwrite because it forces me to kind of slow down, to think more about my words, and to really nail down what I'm trying to get out of the story versus just blindly rushing through words while I'm typing. And basically, where do I write in general? I write at home on my couch or my bed. It's very dangerous. Lots of falling asleep on my computer all the time. Question number 13 is what am I most looking forward to now that I'm a part of AuthorTube, which feels weird to say. I'm really looking forward to getting involved with other people, getting to know other people, kind of being a deeper part of this community and being better at being part of this community. I am notoriously terrible at things like commenting and interacting with people. It makes me terribly nervous. So I'm just putting myself out there to really commit to that, to make myself be better at that. Video I see of other AuthorTubers is just awesome. And I really enjoy taking in that content. And so I want to try my hand at making it and to know everybody else in a different way. That's the end of the AuthorTube Newbie Tag. This month I'm doing kind of a March Madness for my debut month on AuthorTube. So I'll be posting videos on Saturdays, which is my scheduled day that I'm going to post videos, and on Wednesdays. So twice a week for the month of March. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you Wednesday. Do I say goodbye?